all you lovely kings, queens, and in-betweens, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Elaine, and today I'm going to be talking about Destroy All Humans That Can't Be Regenerated Volume 1 by Katsura Issei. In this manga is the 1990s at Tokiwaga Middle School, and for students like Hajime Kano, the arrival of Magic the Gathering is a game changer, quite literally. Hajime, a geeky student at Tokiwaga, always seems to find himself in the shadow of the popular and high-achieving Emi Sawatari, but when he stumbles upon a new game shop that everyone's been buzzing about, their competitive dynamic shifts in ways neither of them could have predicted. The manga crafts a compelling dynamic between Hajime and Emi, blending their personal relationship with their Magic the Gathering decks in an almost poetic way. Hajime, from the moment Emi transfers to their grade school, feels like he's always existed in her shadow. She excels academically, pushing him from his comfortable number 1 spot to 2nd place. This rivalry brews a complex mix of admiration, frustration, and envy within Hajime. His preference for mono-black decks becomes a powerful metaphor for his feelings. Mono-black, known for its themes of power, ambition, and sacrifice, mirrors his internal struggles. It's a color that thrives in the dark, manipulating death and control, much like how Hajime feels suffocated and driven to prove himself, yet continually stumbles as Emi remains just out of reach. Her mono-white decks, by contrast, are the perfect reflection of her widening influence over him. White is the color of order, light, and righteousness, a sharp contrast to Hajime's desire for self-mastery and rebellion against the status quo. It reinforces the idea that Emi is not just excelling, but doing so in a way that feels morally and socially pristine, further deepening Hajime's feelings of inadequacy. However, as the story progresses, there's a shift. Hajime and Emi become friends, and Emi begins to shed her light on him, both literally and metaphorically. Her influence, instead of simply being an oppressive force, becomes a guiding one. This evolution is reflected beautifully in Hajime's newfound interest in playing multicolor decks. It's as if Emi's presence has opened up a new world for him, one where he doesn't have to be confined by a single, suffocating identity. Multicolor decks signify balance, complexity, and the blending of strengths, a metaphor for how Emi's friendship allows him to grow beyond his competitive nature and embrace new possibilities. Their relationship, mirrored through the symbolism of their decks, moves from one of rivalry to a shared camaraderie where both characters push each other toward growth. Hajime's transition to multicolor decks speaks to his personal journey, no longer seeing the world in stark contrasts of light and shadow, but rather embracing the spectrum of potential within himself. It's a subtle yet profound character development that feels rewarding, not only for Magic the Gathering fans, but also for anyone who has ever felt overshadowed, only to discover that those casting the shadows could also help illuminate new paths forward. In this way, Destroy All Humans tells more than just a story about magic or rivalry. It speaks to the transformation that can occur when we let others into our lives, not to dominate or compete, but to learn and grow together. And ultimately, I've given it 3.5 out of 5 stars because I enjoyed the symbolism that can be found within both characters' deck choices, how the manga explained the basics of MTG for anyone who may not be familiar with them, how it made matches as epic as Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels, and the subtle shifts within each character as they became friends and matured together. And I would definitely recommend it to anyone with an interest in manga and Magic the Gathering. And there you have it, my review of Destroy All Humans That Can't Be Regenerated Volume 1 by Katsura Issei. What did you think of my review? Did I leave anything out? How do you feel about Magic the Gathering? Have you ever played? Did you start playing when it first came out? Let me know down below in the comments. I always like to know what you kings, queens, and in-betweens think. And if you like what you saw here today, please smash that like button until it's blue. Subscribe, ring that bell so you'll always know what's up, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye guys!